Have you guys heard of this man that goes by the name of Albert Pike?
Albert Pike? No.
Did you know this man, Albert Pike, in the 1800s predicted every world war?
Oh, boy.
And has predicted also the Third World War to the utmost accuracy?
What are you talking about?
I'm already
Okay.
nervous.
Albert Pike was born in 1809
Okay.
and died in 1891. He was a 33-degree Freemason. And I was...
That's the highest, right?
Yeah. I said on when we were talking about the Illuminati, I think I said like the 32nd was the highest, but it's the 33rd. And that's like
Yeah.
you're like a Freemason. One could say 33 degree is possibly where the Illuminati is ranked.
I signed up, so we're going to see. We'll find out.
Let's see how
But-
quickly Andy rises up.
He was appointed by this guy. His name was Mazzini, and he was the leader of the Italian National Revolutionary Movement. So like Italy, like taking over or revolting against the monarchy and stuff. But supposedly he was in the Illuminati and appointed Albert Pike as the leader of the Illuminati
Okay.
in America.
Mhm.
And so Albert Pike moved to America in 1852, and it said he was made a general and was placed in charge of raising an Indian army during the time of war, which I didn't look too much into that, but I thought
What
it was
goes in?
crazy.
Yeah. What goes into creating an Indian army?
I don't know.
That's wild.
Are we
But,
saying Native American?
Yeah, I just said Indian though, because
Oh.
that's what they refer to him as.
Yeah.
Native Americans.
I hate that.
I know, it's so
So
silly. But yeah, he wrote the book called Morals and Dogma. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but I've heard that title before.
I have too.
But there was a letter that was found that was supposedly written by him August 15th, 1871. So this was 20 years before he died. And it was a letter to Mazzini, the
Yeah.
Italian leader or whatever.
Mazzini.
And this letter, he wrote down basically the game plan of what the Illuminati was going to do for the 3 world wars.
Okay.
Okay.
So tell me the predict. This is 1850.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
okay.
was 1871 when this
Okay.
was written.
So he
in.
never saw a world war.
He never saw any of the world wars. But listen, and it's hard to like figure out if this is real or a hoax,
Yeah.
but it's been in a British Museum library or something like that. But it's just creepy because it's dated 1871.
Yeah. It's fact checked by their government.
Okay. So the First World War, this is what he said.
Okay.
The First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the czars of Russia and making that country a fortress of atheistic communism. The divergences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the British and Germanic empires will be used to foment this war. But the Third World War, again, this was discovered a long time ago, and it's adding up
Yeah. Cool.
quite a
Oh,
bit.
boy.
Okay. So he said, the Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and the political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other.
Oh, boy.
Fired nearly 200 missiles, including hypersonic weapons, for the first time, targeting Israel's military bases. The attack was in response to the recent killings of Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah and an Iranian military general.
With the will of the powerful God, for the revenge of the blood of the late martyred fighter, Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, and violation of national sovereignty of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and also the recent criminal acts of this criminal regime in killing the commanders and the great leader of Hezbollah and great fighter Mr. Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah, and also the noble general and martyred of the Revolutionary Guards in Major General Abbas Nilforoushan.
The latest strike, ordered by Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was Tehran's second direct attack this year, after it launched hundreds of missiles and drones at Israel back in April. Iran's president said the strike was carried out to bring peace and stability to the region. Meanwhile, the Iranian military has warned Israel of more intense attacks if it in fact retaliates against Tehran.
If the Zionist regime that has gone crazy is not controlled by America and Europe and wants to continue these crimes or wants to do anything against our sovereignty and territorial integrity, tonight's operation will be repeated several times stronger and all their infrastructure will be targeted.
The Iranian army claimed that 90% of the projectiles hit their intended targets. However, Israel said most of the missiles were shot down by its air defense systems. The attack forced nearly 10 million Israelis into underground bomb shelters as the airspace over Israel, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, and Syria was shut down. Following the bombardment, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed that Iran would soon pay a price for its attack.
Iran made a big mistake tonight, and it will pay for it. The regime in Iran does not understand our determination to defend ourselves and our determination to retaliate against our enemies. We will stand by the rule we established. Whoever attacks us, we will attack them. This is true wherever we fight the axis of evil. This is true for Judea and Samaria. It is true for Gaza, Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, and it is also true for Iran. We fight the axis of evil everywhere.
Meanwhile, President Joe Biden said he'd ordered the U.S. military to aid Israel's defense against Iranian airstrikes and shoot down its missiles.
Before I began, I wanted to say a few words about Iran's missile attack on Israel today. At my direction, the United States military actively supported the defense of Israel, and we're still assessing the impact. But based on what we know now, the attack appears to have been defeated and ineffective. And this is testament to Israeli military capability and the U.S. military.
National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan also threatened Iran with severe consequences for the latest missile attack.
Proud of the actions that we've taken alongside Israel to protect and defend Israel. We have made clear that there will be consequences, severe consequences for this attack, and we will work with Israel to make that the case.
Moreover, the United Nations has condemned the worsening conflict in the Middle East and called for an immediate ceasefire. With Iran's attack and Israel vowing retaliation, it appears the sum of all fears has now arrived, and outside mediators, including the United States, are powerless to stop this onslaught.
Here we go. It's getting...
We're racked up to two. Clues.
Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on the issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economic exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilist and the atheist, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and the most bloody turmoil.
Cool.
It gets better.
The most bloody turmoil.
Then everywhere the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization. In the multitude delusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will form. Oh, sorry, I'm losing it.
You're good.
It's like reading in front of a class.
What percentage are you at right now?
I'm going back down to 42.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hold on, let me start that part over. Disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will will from that moment be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out in public view.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Some say the Antichrist. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time.
That is a lot. And that's a lot to look
way
forward
more
to, right?
detailed than the first two.
100%. And that's what makes it so weird. By the time we figure out whether he was telling the truth or not, it's going to be too late for us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he was right. Interesting. Look at the atom bomb.